Okay, I stopped on my bike ride this morning and because there was a word in my heart, I was meditating as I was biking, and as all I could think of was the Song of Solomon. I love the book of Song of Solomon, or it's called the Song of Songs, or the very best song that Solomon ever wrote. It's the creme de la creme of Solomon's songs. And it's a love story, and it's about Christ and his bride. And one of the scriptures I love in the 5th chapter of Solomon, it was after the beloved had gone to bed and she didn't feel like getting up for her beloved. She had washed her feet and taken her bath and everything, and she was snuggled in bed, and she didn't come to the door for him, and he left. And so after he left, she went out in the street, and let's see, in verse 8, it says, I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, if you find my beloved, that you tell him that I am sick of love. And they said to her, what is your beloved more than any other beloved, O thou fairest among women? I love that, because you see, this is the bride. This is the altogether lovely one. This is us, without spot or wrinkle, and they could see it. What is thy beloved more than another beloved, that thou dost so charge us? And she says, my beloved is white and ruddy, the chiefest among 10,000. His head is as the most fine gold. His locks are bushy and black as a raven. His eyes are as the eyes of dove by the rivers of waters, washed with milk and fitly set. His cheeks are as a bed of spices, as sweet flowers. His lips like lilies, dropping sweet smelling myrrh. His hands are as gold rings set with the beryl. His belly as bright ivory overlaid with sapphires. Oh, that's grace. His legs are as pillars of marble set upon sockets of fine gold. His countenance is as Lebanon, excellent as the cedars. His mouth is most sweet. Yea, he is altogether lovely. This is my beloved, and this is my friend, O daughters of Jerusalem. And you know, the next chapter starts with this. Whither is thy beloved gone, O thou fairest among women? Whither is thy beloved turned aside, that we may seek him with thee? You know, the daughters of Jerusalem, I believe, are representative of those under the law that didn't intimately know the bridegroom. But she knew him. The bride knew him. And when she described him so intimately to them, it whet their appetite, and they wanted to know him too. You know, as we share our experience of the goodness of God, it makes people want what we have. It makes people want to experience what we experience. And you know, the scripture comes to mind whenever I talk about this Song of Solomon. It always makes me think of the Queen of Sheba. You know, she came from Ethiopia, that long journey, because she had heard of the fame and the report of Solomon. And she'd heard of the opulence and the palace and all of his finery and everything and his wisdom. And you know, when she met him, She said, I had heard about you. She said, but the half has not yet been told. And you know, Solomon was a type of Christ. And you know, the scripture says in the New Testament, Jesus said, the Queen of Sheba came from, I think it was the south, to see Solomon. And he said, a greater than Solomon is here. That greater one is Jesus. Oh my goodness. You can understand why David said, one day in thy courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere. 1 hour with Jesus is better than a whole lifetime without him. You know, we can have Jesus with us now. We can experience Jesus with us now in this life, and with a great anticipation of the world to come. Oh, he's so wonderful. He's altogether lovely. Well, I hope this word blessed you, because it always blesses me.